off at some point for a little mini trip down to see our family in Tampa. So that's kind of our anniversary gift to each other. But then here is the center. Again, another one of those little sections. There's the pocket envelope, belly band, and then the back. Okay. May, flip up. And this says, bloom and flourish where you are planted. In other words, find the satisfaction and the happiness at whatever your situation is. Even if it's not a really good situation, you know, if you just, well, my big thing is always find the joy. Find the joy in everything you do. And then it's not like you're working hard. There's a little pocket page in there. Another one of those strips I did. That time I put it on the cream colored cardstock. Kind of switch it up a little bit. And, oh, I forgot to put a little flourish here. Let me get just a little bit. I thought this went pretty well with all of the colors. So, and I wanted, you know, to kind of be all the same, but yet a little different. There we go. So we'll just get this one done while you're watching. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy, and that it's extra time in the craft room. But I feel so sorry for the people that you know, have contracted it. And then here is the back on this one. I just love that. I think that was really cool. Some of these, I actually cut the pieces of paper. I actually cut some of these I had left, and then they made the nice little squares. I love this little square punch. I think I want to get one that's a little larger too. Yeah, maybe like, because this is 1 inch, maybe if I got the 2 inch, then I could do some larger squares and then smaller squares. I think that would be super, super cool. Okay, keep going. July, and this is just a little tension pocket. And there is my envelope pocket, belly band, and the back for that one. And this one I actually had the little word July, so I thought that was kind of cute too. The one thing is that these are pretty snug because I put this flower on here. So these are pretty snug in my box. So you know what? If you didn't have something on there, is probably better than me putting this flower in here. There is the envelope pocket and the back. September, I dropped a pen on here, and I've got some little butterflies, and I thought I would just kind of stick a few little butterflies on there because there is a butterfly on here. So yeah, you know, stuff happens. There's another little belly band there, and then 2 little tags. Here is the envelope pocket and the back. For a second there, I thought I glued that one on upside down. Here is October, and there I made kind of a folder pocket. And then there is the envelope pocket. Super cool. And the backing for that one. And then November, got the flip up. Nice little just corner pocket tuck. Envelope pocket. I love those. I just think they turned out great. And then this is the backing for that one. And then December. So December, I made a T pocket. So it goes across this way and down. This whole flap is part of the T. And then all of this slides in underneath. And because I wanted to use this. I just loved it. And then I just got some little strips and put on the sides there. There is the envelope pocket. And I used that gold foil, which I figured would be the only place I'd use the gold foil. And then just the beautiful paper on the back. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Other than this, I think this is dried. Let's go ahead and I'm going to put some score tape on this here puppy. I'm not going to put it right on the edges because I will use some glue. But I am going to put it across several times. 4, I guess. There we go. Now that will not allow anything. And I'm just going to hold this in my hand and burnish it. Okay. Ooh, that was loud. Let's take these off. Throw them away. Oh, well, that didn't go away. I wanted it to go back over my shoulder. Whoopsie-doo. Okay, so there's that. Get some glue. Come on. Ah! Get some glue. All around the edges. I'm also going to get underneath that ribbon as well. And then I'm just going to kind of drag it in between. And then just a few dots on each strip so it floats until I can maneuver it around because I want this to go just where I want it to go. Now let me see if I can get this where you can actually see what I'm doing. And I should be able to see what I'm doing too, but that's really not happening. Okay, and then we're just going to lay this down in there. Did I get that? Yeah, it looks like. And then give it a nice burnish. Especially around that brad. Make sure you're getting that glue down, the paper down. You can push on the brad to try and flatten it just as flat as it'll go. Try not to pull on it because you don't want that glue to come off where the ribbon is until it's dried. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, but there it sits where it will not go, allow it to go past where the, where this, it will start ripping along the edge down here. So we don't want that. All right, and then now that I have that in and I know that it's going to be just fine, I'm going to go ahead and place this piece down and glue it together and making it look like it's just one piece. And we'll have the box done. Yeah. And then, like I said, when I come back, we're just going to work on our little folders that go in the belly bands. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and create something that makes you happy. I'll talk to you guys later. Until next time. Bye. Hey, everybody. All right. This, excuse me, is the last installment on Your Card is in the Mail, because you know how we always forget people's birthdays and stuff. So this is what I have to do in order to keep with people's birthdays and anniversaries and such. So in a minute, I'm going to show you what all I'm doing for these for our little folders that are going into the large belly bands in the center of the file folder. Our little booklets, I mean. But first I wanted to show you, I mean, it's super easy, but some people, you know, some of you guys don't know how to do this, or you just want to download a file. This is a Word document, and I just did just a basic birthdays, days to remember, wedding and anniversary, and notes. So you can choose what I chose to use birthdays, weddings and anniversaries, and I didn't use the other two because I added papers in, which I'll show you. But you could totally do these however you want. I just printed out. You get both these sheets, and then you also get another Word document that has January through December. And it has the birthstone, the flower for that month, and then any special dates. And I'll be glad to send those to you. You'll find an email link below in the description box. Just email me and ask me for them, and I'll just send them right off to you. I don't know how else to do it. So my son is here visiting us, and I might ask him, but you know me, I'd rather be crafting than doing computer work. So these files are done and ready for you. If you want to use them, just email me and I will send them to you gladly. Like I said, they're not real fancy, and all I did was fold. I printed both these out and I folded them in half, and I used this birthdays on one side, and then I used the wedding and anniversary on another, and I'll show you. But anyway, so there's that. Let me flip through real quick. Oops. So we're just using a simple pamphlet stitch, and I pulled out my hemp cord. This is a pink and an orange, and I mean, it's really pretty, really pretty. I've had this for quite some time, and I tell you, when you find these rolls with this variegated, buy a couple of them, because they can get used so much more often than some of the other stuff, and it's just prettier than just simple cording. I don't know, but anyway, this is Hemptique. It's HEMPTIQUE.net. www.hemptique.net. I'm sure they're still that they're still in business, but I can't say for sure because it has been a while since I purchased this. Anyway, so here is the files here. January birthstone is garnet, flowers are carnations, and then special days, it's got New Year's and Martin Luther King Jr.'s. So that's the other file. It has January through December for that. Now, I'm not on, this is not a design team thing. This is just me making it at my house. I'm just telling you where I got these products from. This is some lined digital prints, digital paper from Dreams, etc. So you can go, I think it's www.dreamsetc.com. And you can get on her website, and these are lined paper bundles, and they have all different kinds of they've got flowers, they've got birds and butterflies, they've got watercolor, and I kind of stuck with the flowers and the watercolor. Just because it just kind of lent itself to all of this. This is one of the flower ones. This is one of the watercolor ones. There's birthdays, and then a blank page here. And you can put, you can put whatever you want on these lined papers. I just, for me, it's if I were doing this for myself, if there was a special something that comes in January that I wanted to keep notes on, if you want to write down, if you get a birth in January, you write it down. Well, you'll have that information every January. When you look up birthdays, you can go back to your notes and look and see how old that kid is, or the adult, or how many years they've been married, or whatever. And then I did just cut off one of the pieces of the sheets that maybe didn't print out just right or whatever, and just did this. So you can certainly do whatever you want. If you've got just want to do just copy paper and just stick it in there, you can do that. I just thought it was kind of neat to do the other. And then I'm just going to flip through real quick. The centers are basically the same. I think, isn't that beautiful? But yeah, so there's March, April, May. Basically, I pulled out all the things I had left for these each month and figured out what I could do, trying to keep it, basically the same, but, some of them I did do some different things just because the paper lent itself to it, or just what I had left that would go well with that month. So hopefully you're getting to see these. Okay, so there is January through November, and now I'm going to show you just, pretty simply how I put all this together. I did do this video once, but I forgot to turn my voice on, so so you just get to, thank goodness I noticed before I finished everything. You get your cord, and you want it to be at least twice the length. I kind of do almost 3 times the length, just because I want to make sure I have enough. You get your papers, and you cut them down to wherever you're comfortable with them being. And then you put them into your book. Now you want to center it top and bottom. This is, now you don't have to print this out on vellum. I just thought it was kind of a little more special, printed out on vellum. And then I have glued the month bit from one of the calendars over the top, so you could not see. This is not all the way down, but so you couldn't see. I did double-sided tape just to get the vellum down, and then I double-sided tape. This is just real thin copy paper, so I double-sided taped and a little bit of glue. The art glitter glue works very well at not leaving the streaks of glue, as long as when you get it down, especially on this really thin paper, when you get it down, really burnish it. And I haven't had any problems, so yeah. Anyway, so we'll do that. And then you're going to take your paper that you got prepared to go in the center, and you're going to up and down evenly, and get your pokey tool. Yep, I put it away in the wrong spot too. And we're just going to go down the center. So just eyeball your center, and then about an inch from the top, and you can kind of hold it this way, and just push it through. Be careful not to go too far. You don't want huge holes. And then a little, and this one. Okay, so now I have my 3 holes, and I do want them to be right on the crease of the paper. And then we're going to start from the top, and we're going to put our needle right in, pull it up, leave yourself a tail. You don't want to pull it all the way through. Then go through your center hole. And then down to the bottom hole. This is just a very simple pamphlet stitch. And then back up through the center hole again. Make sure that you don't actually run your needle. If you have a blunt needle, that's better, because you don't want to run your needle into the cording while you're running it through the holes, or you won't be able to tighten your strings up. All right, so then you take your needle off, and let me see if I can just get this to kind of hold steady for me. And I'm going to pull this one up a little bit tight and this one up a little bit tight. And then we're just going to tie a nice little bow. Get it the size you want it. Just fiddle around with it till you get it the size you want. Go a little larger. And then I'm just grabbing the bows, and just like you would double tie your kid's shoe, double tie the laces so that they can't pull that off. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take both my loops and tighten that down. There we go. And then there's your little, and now if you pull on this, you're not going to undo it. So anyway, that is it. And then we're just going to slide these back into the belly band. Now the other thing that, slide them back in the belly band. The other thing that I wanted to go over with you. So here is the box with all the file folders in there. Isn't that pretty? I just love this. And we've got our lid done. We've got our little safety ribbon on here so that we know that our lid's not going to fly too far back and start ripping the paper in the back. We've got our drawer, and it is a bit snug. You want to watch out how many layers of paper you get on your drawer. So you need to, I wanted it snug, but I think I almost made it a bit too snug. But it does want to stick on the one side, but then once you get it open, you get it open. But in here, you can put envelopes, stamps, pens, pencils, highlighters, whatever it is that you're going to need when you sit down to write your address out. You can make yourself a little address book to slide in there, or if you have a little address book that'll fit in here. So you're all set. You grab this, you go sit down, open it up, and get everything out of it you need. It's perfect. Okay, so, but I got this around, and I made up this little bow with one of the little flowers that I had put on all of the items. And I did not get my glue gun out. Dagnabbit, I was going to do that with you. But this was something that was on the brad. And so I thought if I stuck that underneath this, if I just stuck that like that, I think I'm in the center. and put these little fellas right underneath here. Get that glued down there, and then I'm going to have a little flower right in the middle of this bow. Let me slide this. This is the knot that's holding my bow together, but I've got it against the back, and I want to slide it down just a little bit so it'll lay just a little flatter for me. And there's a little bit of wire in this bow, so it'll be nice. So that is what I'm going to do. Let me see. I'm just going to see if I can zoom in on this for you. So that's what I'm going to do. And this is going to be right up against the paper. Right up against this row here. But, and this is just a Prima flower that I had. You can make your own flower, or not have a flower. But I thought the flower kind of looked nice. And then just that little, just bringing that flower from inside back out. So that is going to be the box, guys. I want to thank all of you that are trying this. And, oh, I think I got a message from, oh, let me look this up really quickly. I think I saved it on my phone. Jennifer Williams is going to try this. Jennifer, I sent you a response and said that I will be here for you if you need me. Any of you guys, if some of this doesn't make sense to you, or if you want to double check that something's correct or not, then please just send me a comment, reply on the email that you'll have on the description box. Just let me know, because I will be more than happy to help you, because I know just getting back into it and not having made a box like this before I did the video, I know there's some issues about, is what actually am I using. Just remember, on the first 3 videos, I've got the cut list. So just go by that. Don't go by what I give you, except for the inside box is correct, and the where I cut the slots is correct. So you could cut back maybe an additional 1/8 in the slot area if you want your box lid to be a little more loose. But I think I'm super happy with this. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or sell this one, but if I do sell it, it's going to come with all kinds of tags and goodies that you're going to be able to make cards with to put in here. And I'm going to also put in all of this leftover paper that I had. So guys, thanks so much. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Leave me a comment, and I will talk to you all later. We're going to start a new project pretty soon. I'm still kind of working out some of the details, and I'm also watch out for I've got a couple of new things I'm working on, so I hope you hit that little notification button when you subscribe to my channel, so that you can get all of the videos that I have up. When you get notified when I put up a new one, because I try and put them up about the same time every week, but I haven't been very successful with that. But hopefully now that kind of my issues are all smoothed out, you will start seeing me more often and a little more regular. Okay, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I hope you try this and have some fun and create what you like and what makes you happy. Bye for now.